Oh my God, that is terrible. Ugh. Mm. Does it go down even lower than that? I don't know. Is that better? Not really. Ugh. That's not better. No, I guess that's the one. Okay, well, that's not better. Now what happened? Okay. Ta-da. Okay, well, let's try this. Hi, guys. It's me. It's Tiffany. You're here for TiffanyTV. So this is a new idea that I had a few nights ago at 4:44 a.m. So that's why I know it's a good one. And I haven't been able to stop thinking about it since then. And it just keeps coming in. So as you can see, I'm not very professional and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm in my house coat and I have no makeup on. It is very, very early in the morning. There is not great lighting. My little doggy is there. And my robot vacuum is going downstairs. So I'm sure the sound is not great, but I'm going to work on those things. And I am going to figure out how this works best for me. I am planning. No, I am not planning. I have been divinely inspired to share with you some of my lessons and insights through the life that I have been blessed with and lived so far. And I am committing to broadcasting, do we want to call it that? Recording, uploading 30 videos in 30 days that I am going to just video every single day. So what are my parameters? My parameters are that I'm going to video at least 30 minutes. I'm gonna try in different ways to either like have a plan, have it scripted, have it already figured out, or have it sort of random and fly by the seat of my pants and see how that goes. I'm gonna try it all kinds of different ways. Maybe you want to look at the sky. I'm gonna try it all kinds of different ways and see, because there is something about this and some reason why divine is telling me that I need to do this. Otherwise, I would still be sleeping. It's before 7 a.m. I would definitely still be sleeping. Anyway, I'm going to do it every single day, even if I just record it and upload it to YouTube and I never share it, because I don't really give a fuck. I don't really care anymore about what people think of me. I don't really care anymore about holding back or playing small or judgment or trolls or what people are going to say or what people are going to think. No. So this is it. Let's go through it. I'm going to get a little piece of paper real quick. And, oh, maybe. Oh, don't shake there. In my corner screen. My best asset, my husband would say, is my bouquet. So you might be lucky enough for me to share that with you occasionally. And a pen. Oh my gosh, this office is full of so many of my favorite things. I can't wait for you to see it in the light. This is my studio. Someday I'm gonna have an office that's out of my house that is not distracted by people or things. Maybe, no, probably all of these things will come with us and my dogs and stuff, but So I do excuse if in future episodes my dogs are all up in my biz, but that's okay. So let's see. Episode 1 of Tiffany TV. And what do we want to talk about today? Today we're going to go who, what, when, where, why, how, come, how long. I already kind of said that maybe. Okay, doesn't matter. We'll just figure it out. Okay, so who am I? I am Tiffany Price Murray, also known as TiffanyDIRA. I am a mom. I am a server. I am a being of radiant light. I am fun. I am divine. We are one. I am you. You are me. I am happy to be here. Okay, so TiffanyDIRA, what does that mean? DIRA stands for Divine Intuitive Receptive Awareness. I am a transformational life coach, and I am also an intuitive channel of divine source. So I allow for divine to stream through my brain and give me messages on white light that my brain processes, and then I convert into the messages that are being given to me on this light, also known as a channel. Which is becoming more and more, I don't want to say popular these days, but more and more people are realizing that we all have the ability to do this amazing thing, which is channeling white light, or channeling any light, or channeling any entities, or channeling beings from beyond the veil, or beings that are of a higher vibration than us, beings in different dimensions, beings in different worlds, whatever. The difference from what I do in comparison to maybe, let's say, other people, is that I go straight to the source, baby. I go right back to source, and then from source, I then kind of go into the net, or the Akasha, that holds the records of all beings and all things in existence. And then from source, I can access anything that has ever existed, does exist now, or will exist in the future. And yeah, because guess what? Source is everything. Yeah, it's all there. Everything you could possibly imagine. All your lives, all the connections to everything that you've ever experienced in any lifetime. All of the memories from this lifetime, all of the things you don't even remember, and all of the things that you're going to do in the future, all of your higher selves there guiding you and telling you, this is the way. Let us tell you what's the best way to get there so you can live the best life ever. Okay, so that's me. I am TiffanyDIRA. What? We are doing Tiffany TV. So these are going to be 30-minute episodes. I don't know if you know already, but I do a thing on Facebook that is called Tiffany's Epiphanies. And I have been doing that for like almost 5 years. I did it pre-COVID when I was working on a project called She. And it was a clothing lifestyle brand that was empowering women. It was called She Has Equality. And yeah, that was the time. That was the moment. And so I started doing Tiffany's Epiphanies when I was doing She, and I was kind of like guided to do that, even though I wasn't channeling yet and I didn't realize what that meant. I was sort of pushed in the direction where I would do a weekly installment on my Facebook profile that was sharing the lessons that I had learned, and every week I was having sort of an awakening moment. And at that time I was on the cusp of like my big great awakening, and so I felt it was really important to share all of the lessons that I had been learning and the things that I had becoming more aware of, so that they would help people. Like, I have a lot of friends, and I also read a lot of books. Like, I really love reading books. So I wanted to share that because not everybody has time. Like you'll see later, but like my whole room is filled with books, and I commit to reading every single day, and I really, really love it. But not everybody has the time to devote and focus on reading. And so if you don't have time, how do you get that information? People like me get to share it with you because we get to do what we love, and then we get to share it with you, and then you still get the benefit of all of the learning and the insight and the awakening from all of these sources, divine and books. Okay, so what are we doing? Yeah, we're doing Tiffany TV. It's going to be every day for 30 days. I have committed and not declared, but I'm going to declare it right now, I guess. I, TiffanyDIRA, am committing to recording, editing. Do I want to edit? I don't know. I'm not really into editing. I'm not really into taking all that time to cut out all of that shit. I guess for the purpose of Tiffany TV, because it's going to be 30 minutes, we're not editing. I'm just going to record it. I'm going to upload it. I'm going to have 30 days. It's going to be raw, baby. So it's not going to be perfect. Might not even be good, to be honest. I don't really care. You can watch it or not watch it. It isn't really about whether you watch it or not. It's about whether I actually do it. Because I sometimes have a problem following through on my ideas because I have lots of them, and I know that one of these days, well, I know that they're all meant for me. I know that I get them from a place where divine is like, you should do this, you should do this, and then I kind of stand in my own way, and I create all of these problems and blockages and reasons why I can't or I shouldn't or I won't. And then I end up doing a whole bunch of things, and I get right to the end and I just don't do it anymore. So this is not going to be one of those things. I am doing this for 30 days. I am recording, not editing, Tiffany TV, and I'm going to upload it to YouTube. Oh, I also forgot to mention that I am sort of on a 30-day social media hiatus where I am not participating in the scrolling and addictive tendencies of my life through social media. It seems sort of bizarre and counterintuitive or protective to think that I'm doing this for social media, but I'm not participating in social media. But I do think that there is a big difference in using social media as an escape or a form of addiction where you are just like doing it because you're trying not to be a part of your life. So if you are using social media, because I don't think there's anything wrong with social media, I think it has so many benefits, and I think that it is such a great tool for learning, for connection, for communication, for expression, for creativity. There are so many amazing things about social media that if you're using them for those purposes, great. But if you are just replacing whatever other addiction you have with social media to escape your life, that's when it can be a problem. So what happens? We just bring awareness into those things, and then we mindfully use social media. We tailor our news feeds to bring us up instead of bring us down. We tailor our news feeds to provide us with information that makes us grow and helps us expand and allows us to be a better version of ourselves. We tailor our news feeds so that it brings us joy and we can share and laugh and have fun, those kinds of things. Okay, so when am I doing it? I really think that in order for this to be successful, I need to pick a time that I am going to do it before, and then not plan anything else for that day before that. So if I have appointments or if I have meetings or if I have things that I have to do, I really need to decide, because for the success of this project, I am deciding not to tell anyone that I'm doing it until the end, which is why I'm hiding in my office right now and not even telling my husband, who is asleep in bed, because for 3 days a week he's here. And if I am deciding that I'm not doing it on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, then that's like half of the week where I'm not doing it. So that doesn't really work. So I either need to get up before him and do it like I am right now, or I need to just, because I know he's going to be all up in my business. Trust me, you're going to meet him and you're going to be like, oh, that guy. We've been together for like 25 years. He's the best. He's the best. And all you need to really know about me is that I love Adam Murray. But he's definitely like a look at me, you're not paying attention to me kind of guy. And he's going to be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Can I help? Can I be here? And then he's going to be like, oh, I don't want to help. I don't want to be here. I just wanted to distract you. Yeah, that's definitely. Okay, so let's say I need to have them done before noon every day. That's a great idea. So I go to the gym every morning, and so obviously I can't say like do it at 6 a.m. because for 4 days a week I'd go to the gym from 6:30 until 8:30, which should still give me enough time to do my channel in the morning, to do my devotion prayer, to do my writing, and then my 20 minutes of reading, and then still be able to record 30 minutes before noon. So let's say don't eat. So maybe my reward is that I get to eat something after. Woohoo! Okay, perfect. Where? Well, for right now, I'm doing it in my office. And as you can see, as the sun is rising and the light is shining through my windows, you can see all of my exciting things in my office. So this is the room in my house that I have sort of dominated, acquired, not let anyone else in. It is my office, and it is filled with all of my favorite things in existence. So anywhere I've traveled, any remnants of projects I've worked on, any picture that my daughter has painted for me, any like picture, any gift that somebody has given me. I have a section with angels. I have a section. It's like also things that are like signs in my life that I find move me in the right direction. So I have lots of air balloons, like hot air balloons. I have lots of unicorns. I have fans from all the places that I've traveled all around the world. I have my beautiful Tiffany's Epiphany sign. Oh, you can't even see it. Right up there, Tiffany's Epiphanies. You'll be able to see it better in the light. And then I have all my beautiful books. I have my altar that I sit and I thank all of the beings that help me along the way. I have my phoenix and all of my rainbows that come through the window, and then my dragon section around my next bookshelves. And then I have lots and lots and lots of rocks because I love rocks. I love rocks, and I have all kinds of rocks. Like I have this celestite, I have this tower, I have this beautiful, shaky, fluorite from my friend. But then I also have like raw rocks, which are crystals and things, if you can see them, that I find myself because I go rock hunting with my friend, and we carry many pounds of crystals home, and I just happen to have them basically everywhere. I love them. They make me so happy. Okay, so that's where we're gonna do it, in my office, I think, for the first 30 days. And you know what? I really truly feel like this project is going to evolve from this maybe horrific and hideous episode 1, the first one. I think that the point of this project is not for everything to be perfect. I think the point of the project is just to do it and get it done, and to not really care what other people are thinking, or not care about being perfect, or not care about, you know, what you think is going to be successful on social media, because maybe the point is like not that you're not being successful on social media. I mean, that's not the motivation. Goals. Maybe I need to think about what my goals are. Or maybe I can just let it go and just say, whatever this is, maybe I don't need goals. Maybe I don't need to have, I can set a declaration and an intention declaration. I can set an intention that is based on inspired action. Thank you, Joe Vitale. And then I can not have a goal. And maybe I just surrender and just see where it all goes and trust that it is going to be the best that it can be. Yeah, there's someone that says, and I can't remember because I just heard this in my Joe Vitale, I'm going to look it up, who said the quote for the next episode. But the quote said that if you, maybe it was Wallace Wattles. Doesn't matter. The guy who wrote The Science of Getting Rich. Anyway, he said that you do something, anything that can influence 3 people. 3 people is not a lot of people. So like, even if I have 3 people watch this ever, then maybe that's exactly why I'm doing it, is because someone of those 3 people maybe learned something and maybe realizes something about themselves or becomes aware of something new. And that's why I did it, so that I can shine in my light and I can share who I am with you, and without hesitation and without resistance, without judgment, without attachment. I can just like be and let divine move through me. Okay, so why? Maybe that is my why, but really the why is because I feel like I'm at a time in my life where I have just moved through the last 4 years and had maybe even 5. I guess it was just before COVID that I learned how to channel, and I have drastically changed who I am. I'm a completely different person at this moment. And so the why is, I believe if divine is giving me this inspiration, that it clearly has something to do with the next steps of my journey. And because I love to talk. And I also want to shine, baby. I want to shine in my light. Yes. Okay. So how come? Because I've been inspired. How long? 30 minutes. Do I have any other questions? Okay. So we're at 23 minutes and this is my next part. I am going to have a little bit more of a format, and likely I might be dressed for those episodes, and I might actually put some makeup on my face, but I do struggle with stop saying that. I am in the process of cleansing and clearing lots of things from my body, which I have been for the last 4 years. But because of that, and because of many, 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 many years of toxins and abuse prior to now, my body has been so gratefully removing all of those things from my being, and like holding on to many things that it doesn't need to, but just so that I can stay healthy and that I don't suffer. But because I'm in a moment of cleansing and I'm in a process of cleansing, it's all coming out of my face and my skin, and it's an intense thing to have in the fluctuations of my hormonal cycle, these things happening to my face. I'm very self-conscious about it. I'm very aware of it. It goes in cycles. I can almost track it to the day based on my cycle and my hormone fluctuations. And it is something that really bothers me. But what we know is that what you resist persists, and I am really trying so hard to let it go, and so hard to just be okay with how it is the way that it is. So that means some days I cover it up, and some days I just let it hang out. If I'm not going to work, I do not put makeup on my face so that it doesn't irritate it and gum it up even more. So, you know what? Also, we live in a world where everybody thinks that they need to be perfect, and they can only do things if they look beautiful and if they don't look like themselves. Basically, they're like, myself isn't really good enough. I should probably look like this, and then maybe people will love me. And not that I'm judging those people, because I'm not, because there are lots of people that do that, and I'm not judging you. I want to be comfortable just being me. I want to be comfortable with me and all of the toxins coming out of my skin, in knowing that someday it won't be that way. Someday it won't be that way, but for right now it is. So I just have to love myself exactly the way that I am. Okay, so I am going to have sort of like a thing. Well, maybe for some I will and some I won't, where I get to talk about the books that I read, and I also will have like a theme of what we're talking about that day, and also that I'll have a little bit more structure and have some things figured out. But there is also a component of each one where I would like to think about questions during the episode, where I can channel divine and ask for divine's perspective on that thing, because a lot of times divine's perspective is very different than my own. So this is all coming through the personality of TiffanyDIRA, of Tiffany Price Murray, of Tiffany. And so the personality, which is linked to my ego, has a different perspective than when you hear from divine. And when divine shares their insight with you, it definitely shifts and changes things. So for the last couple of minutes, why don't we do that? And why don't we see what divine's message is for us today, and see what they have to say. Okay. I call on divine to be known to me. I call on divine to be known to me. Trust it is so. I am divine. We are one. And what we would say is that we are very grateful that you show up in this way, in this moment, in this place, in this capacity, even in your nightgown and your robe. We are grateful that you will move beyond all that you perceive may stop you from doing a project like this, as we have guided you toward this for a specific purpose, for reasons that may not be known or understood by you now, but that will greatly, greatly benefit you in times to come. We understand that this is a challenging time on Earth for the collective, for humanity, where Earth is going through a collective dark night of the soul, where the earth is cleansing the root chakra, the physicality of what it is, that it is doing its own cleansing, that Gaia is removing her toxins, removing the things that no longer serve her, that Gaia is clearing and preparing her vessel, preparing her physical body, preparing the earth for the inevitable ascension that is upon you. We understand that this dark night of the soul can be a confusing time, for you are being asked to leave behind all of the things that no longer serve you, all of the aspects of your being and your stories and your life that no longer resonate with where you're going. But this time, as it is, can be confusing. It can be fearful. It can be misunderstood because you do not know who you are in the next steps. You don't know where you are going. You can't see the glory that we see from the other side. And it feels comfortable to hold on. It feels comfortable to remain in the places that you already know, even if they are not ideal, even if they are somewhat tumultuous. It feels easier to stay stuck, to stay small, to stay behind, rather than step out into the unknown, rather than rise up into the new aspects of your being, rather than moving into a future that is unclear and uncertain from your vantage point. What we would say is, from our perspective, this is a time of celebration. This is a time for joy, for dancing, because you have made it. You are already there. I call on the vibration of oneness to be known to me. I call on the vibration of oneness to be known to me. Merge, 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 merge with my physical body. Merge with my physicality. Merge with my physical reality. We are one. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Ciao for now. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Maybe with clothes on. Who knows? Maybe not. I love you. Ciao for now.